All right. Testing. We should be live now. Sorry, it took a little while. Since I wanted to start it, the signal was acting up, but we should be straight now. So let me just double check real quick. Let's see here. All right, bet we're live. So let me go ahead and share the link. All right. Should be straight. Just fixing it on my end. All right, bet we should be straight now. All right, so for the members, I called out the US30 trade. So far, we're at a 1-2, almost a 1-3 risk to reward. It's almost at the bottom of the zone. We're currently up a huge amount of pips on US30 and NAS100. Whoops. Let's see. What did I call it on? It goes this one. Here we go. And the NAS is basically at the bottom of the zone. So let me go ahead and let my members know. Now, this is a trade I called out actually in the free signal room. And we're at a 1-3 risk to reward right now, which is insane. When we ended the trade, when market closed, it was up 21,000 pips. Same thing with US30. But now we're up. Let me do the math real quick. Let me get my entry right. So for NAS, I entered at 12,072. And we're currently at 11,815. Yeah, so now we're currently up 25,000 pips for NAS. US30, close to the same. Ended yesterday 6-1, so it wasn't too bad. But the thing about Friday is a lot of the moves are already starting, or they already started, and now we're looking for new setups. Now, that won't be a completely huge issue, but it is Friday, so we might have to wait a little while for certain setups to do their thing. I was looking at GBPJPY. Let's see if it started to move or not. There's a GBPJPY. I like how this is looking. It's been staying underneath this level of price for a while. It's been shooting down a little bit. So I want to see it stay underneath this level of price. And if it continues to push down, then yeah, I might definitely jump into a sell. I could jump to it right now, but I like to wait as close to New York session. I mean, as close to London session as possible, even though that's just, 15 minutes away. But I'm definitely looking at GBPJPY right now. Because when we go on the daily time frame, we can see overall that we are in a downtrend. You can see that right here. And it's doing a little retracement, and I want to see it continue to stack underneath this lower price. They come down here, and then maybe New York session continue down. But that's what I'm looking for right now, because it hasn't broken past this 4-hour zone level, which is another good sign. So I want to see it do is continue to respect this as a resistance level, like it's done so far today and it did yesterday, and break past the low from yesterday, and then possibly hit the bottom of the zone. So that's what I'd like to see happen. So I'm going to see what the next candlestick does to see if it's going to confirm that's going to continue to push that or not, because it's staying underneath this level of price, which is a good sign. UK is a bank holiday on Monday, and Australia has announced it's a bank holiday too. Okay, well, that's good to know, but that's why there's also other pairs to trade. We'll just have to, stay away from those. Even though that's a lot of pairs I like to trade, are Euro pairs and AED pairs. All you have to do is just adapt. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so good about the strategy, because it doesn't just work on those. You can use this on literally everything. We used it on US30, used it on NAS, we used it on GBPJPY the other day. USDX. Well, we used it on silver yesterday. If I pull up, there we go. And silver actually, we went zone to zone with it once it loads. It's actually at the bottom of the zone. It bounced off and it shot back down because it's following gold. So we completed a full 1 to 2, almost 1 to 3 reward with silver yesterday, using the same strategy. All you guys do is trend, identify these zone levels, and then use them as trend exit points. And we did the same thing with Euro AUD. Once this thing wants to load. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, because I didn't know that, but now I do know that, so it just saves me some time to not look at those pairs or not. You know what I'm saying? I go through all of them. I usually look for the red folders to see if there's any holidays going on. So that just saves me some time. I already know, but I do appreciate it. See, this one's to load. It's going to be working fine, but as soon as I want to use the internet either for Zoom calls or live stream, I'll just start acting up. Let's see what's going to load. There we go. So it's working fine. As soon as I get to the desk, I want to start live stream. Let's act up. I want to see if I might have to restart the stream and see if I can get my internet. For the most part, I'm really watching the trades I'm in right now and then looking for potential setups. I do see a few things. Let's see here. Let's see if this is going to load. Man, it's not working. There we go. I actually have to close some tabs. It keeps acting slow. Yes, I like how Euro CHF's looking. Actually pushing pretty far. I want to see if it would retest, but it's looking like it's just continuing to push up. On top of this lower price, it might reach this next candlestick from hitting this wall right here. But I do like how Euro CHF's looking. Let's see here. I'll probably want to stop loss like right here. So I want to see if it's going to retrace a little bit. The next candlestick is already trying to trace right now, but past the 15-minute candlesticks has been pushing pretty far. So about this wall right here. So I want to see a retrace and get a better entry. But this push might just enter, even though it might do that, then the next candlestick trace down. But one thing I don't want to do is enter too late. So I will handle a little if I need to, because from just right here, it's at 96.31. Yeah, it might be at a possible 20 pip drawdown, not including if it's underneath the zone, which I can bite that bullet if I need to. So I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention to the last candlestick. So I was looking at this candlestick, but then it already filled up this space and then it continued to push up. But you see right here, it's doing just like I was saying, it's retracing a little bit. So I want to see the next candlestick want to retrace any further, but look like it's continuing to try to push up, but it could retrace as the London session started too. So that's what I'm looking for, is to see if now's the best time to enter or if I should wait for a better entry. Once this thing loads, I might have to restart the stream in a second. I might try to restart Wi-Fi and everything because it's acting slower than it did yesterday when I was streaming. But we can see on the 5-minute, it's kind of pushing down a little bit, which is good. So I might enter the next candlestick, depending on what it's doing. I'd like to see it retrace more though, so I'm gonna see if it's gonna do that. But it looks like it's still trying to push past this level. Right here would have been the best time to enter when it did that on that candlestick, but I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. What other pairs were I looking at? I was looking at GBPJPY. Yeah, but then there goes GBPJPY doing what I said. It is pushing. So I probably should have entered in that candlestick. So let me see here. Because this is literally the one I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, and it's already starting its move. I could enter now. I did the retest right here. I already retested this. I will continue to push down. So I might enter this right now, actually. Yeah, that thing is just dropping. I did the retest. Yeah, I'm about to enter this. It might retrace on the next candlestick, but I'll take a little drawdown to get a decent entry. So let me go ahead and call this out. Dropping the signal now. SL. 52.15. All right, this one's going to the members because it's not London session yet. About to put the TPs in right now. Then GBP New Zealand is doing this thing as well. Called this trade out yesterday. Want to see if it hit the next TP because it is pushing again. Let me see where we're at with GBP New Zealand. We made a new low. 91.23. Okay, let's see what the TP hit TP1 yesterday. 91.23. Okay, so now we're at TP3 with GBP New Zealand. So we're already up. We're making money from yesterday's trade so far, and I'm not complaining about that because again, there's a lot of with Friday. It's usually potential setups they're getting ready for the next week. And as you can see, GBP New Zealand is pushing. We entered over here, and now it's in the middle of the zone, and now it's steady pushing. Now, what I need to do is get the TPs for GBP CAD because it's got these levels of traffic to beat. So that's what I want to focus on. We're already making money. GN retraced a little bit, but we're still pushing. We're still blue in profit. So I want to see what the next candlestick's going to do, but I need to put these TPs for CAD right now. TP1. TP1 like right there. I'm gonna put the first TP at like. Just retracing a little bit, just like I said. Yeah, but it's all good. I knew it was gonna retrace a little bit, especially because it was pushing that far. So we're in a little drawdown right now, but I believe for the most part it's going to continue down unless the script just gets flipped on us. But that is fine. Let's see here. To 137. Gotta put these TPs down. Three. It's got a lot of levels of traffic to break, but I do see it doing it. So I'm not really tripping about that. It's pushing back down. So we're just going to see what the next candlestick's going to bring for us. New Zealand still GN, still pushing. All right, put the TPs for the members. See what it's going to do later into the London session. The GN's pushing down, which is good. US30 still pushing. NAS is literally at the bottom of the zone. So what I'm looking for NAS is to see if it's going to continue to break under and push down, or it's going to hit here and then push back up. So that's what I'm watching for right now. for those. I want to see if GBPJPY is going to push down again. And then see if GN is going to push past this level here. Because we see it try and then retrace back up. I want to see it continue to push down. So that's what I'm going to be looking at for right now. Oh, yeah, Euro CHF pushing. Yeah, so it didn't retrace back down, which is fine. I'm going to see if it retraces back down later into London session. Oh, there goes the alarm. Yeah, so it just looks like it's going to keep pushing up. I want to see if it's going to retrace or if it's going to, I want to see it retrace back to right here. If it traces back to right here, I will enter. But if it keeps pushing up, I'm just going to leave it be. I missed the best opportunity right here, but I got distracted with the internet acting up. And, I have a bunch of other trades I was looking at, so it is what it is. But this would have been a good opportunity. We'd be up right now. And it looks like it's still pushing up. So if you're watching the stream and you did get into that, you should be up right now. But me personally, I didn't get into that one yet. So now I got to wait for the next best opportunity, which is fine because we're still early into the session and we're still got other trades we're holding on to. Let's do this one. So I like how Euro New Zealand's looking. It's retracing down this candlestick, which is good. So if it continues to show signs that it wants to keep pushing up, I might enter this one as well. Actually looking for an entry on this. So I'm about to keep an eye on this one real quick and see what it does. Let's see. So I do like how that looks. Just pushing down GP New Zealand. It's just pushing. I think it just broke that last TP. You see it hit TP3, 91.20. Yep. All TPs hit. Move us all in profit or close. So we're already starting the London session good. Getting that. GBPJPY, new candlestick, looks like it's about to attempt to push back down. I want to see it break past this wick and break past this level and then continue to push down past the middle of the zone. That's what I'd like to see. But, we got to go step by step. What was the other trade? Yeah, Euro CHF. I want to enter, but I should have entered right here when I first saw it pushing. But I didn't expect the next candlestick to push up that high. But it is what it is. Let's see. We're still making money. We still got GN pushing. We got GBPJPY about to do his thing. We got US30 pushing. We got NAS pushing. Still holding silver. So I'm just going to watch these pairs right now. Yep, GN pushing now. I'm gonna go ahead and let the members know we're in the middle of the zone. And as you can see, after it hit like the first TP, it retraced back up, which is what I always say could potentially happen. Because when trading, when it hits these TPs, it's going to do one or three things. It's either going to reject, break, and push back down like we see here, or it's going to play in that level of price like we see right here. And what we see GN doing is currently breaking through the levels of price. But what we see right here is when it did that last retracement, it literally went up to the SL and shot all the way back down. So what I like to do is I put my SL here, but I like to see it either like, close through it or show that it's not going to retrace back down, because literally it touched it and then retraced all the way back down. And now we're further than we were beforehand. So I just want to point that out. Now GBP is retesting this level. I want to see it continue to stack back down. It might do that. It might not do that, but I'm pretty sure it's going to go back down. Like I said, we're literally just 5 minutes into London, so I'm not really tripping too much about that. Rebel and GN. I want to see what other setups we can find. Euro CHF is retracing. Let me see if it retraces back to the zone from here. That's like 30 pips. Okay, it's pushing a little farther. Let's see. It's underneath this level. It's on top of this level of price. It's the full move is a 1 to 3. If I enter right here, that'll be like a 1 to 1. Dang, I should have entered right here. We'd be straight if I entered right here. I want to see what's going to retrace further. If it doesn't, I'm just going to leave it alone. Charge it to the game. Let's see what other pairs we can look at. Let me get my charts back up. Euro USD is in the middle of the zone playing around, so I'm just going to leave this alone. Well, actually, let me go. Could put it right here. Just put it right there. Worth entering. I might look at it, see what it does. Yeah, we want to look back at that later. GBCAD. It's playing under this price right here. Hasn't broken it though. This is a good sign. GN's still pushing. I'm concerned about breaking this level though, because once it breaks this level, it could retrace pretty harshly. So I want to keep an eye on it to see how the next candlestick's going to react to pushing to these levels. Because as you can see, it's kind of struggling. The last candle struggled, but it's still pushing and still trying, which is a good sign. Yeah, so it's pushing. That's a good sign. So what I want to do is look for some other pairs. If there is any other pairs now that have some potential setups for London. And then if not, I'm just going to be chilling with these trades and just paying attention to the trades I'm in. And then pre-New York. Then I'll be double checking the charts, looking at the trades we're still in, then looking for more potential setups. That's usually what I do. I don't like to, I'm not staring at the charts for hours looking for opportunities. I'm just going to look at the charts at the key times where I know price likes to get ready for setups. And what I mean for setups is price usually does the same things at the same times every day. And it's not a coincidence. So just trading, when you notice these times and recognize them, then you'll know what times to go in the charts to try to find those setups and things like that. The GN still pushing, but it is projecting a little bit. All right, so let's look back. Euro CHX retracing, which is a good sign. I might call this trade now, because I definitely believe it's going to continue to push up, because the last daily candlestick shot all the way down these zones, then retraced all the way back up, and now it's pushing up here. So it's retracing, which is a good sign for us. And it's doing a huge retracement. So and it's actually retracing all the way to where I wanted it to retrace. So depending on what the next candlestick looks like, I will be calling this trade up. And y'all literally just saw what I said I was waiting for to happen. And now you're literally just witnessing it happen. And it's just the power of patience. That's all it comes down to. It's just patience. You feel me? Give me 1 second. 51.36. GBP cash pushing back down. Yeah, so it's depending on what the next candlestick does, I might call this trade out. GN is pushing, which is beautiful. GB CAD is pushing back down, which is beautiful. So far so good. So now I want to wait, see what the next 5 minute, next 15-minute candle does. It's already looking like it's about to shoot back up. So let me go ahead, get the signal ready. So it's going to be 9.5. It's just not for 35. 9.585. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna wait and see the next candlestick what it does, but it's looking like a good re-entry setup. So I can't complain. Can't complain. So now I'm just getting the TP set up for if I do call this signal out, which I most likely will. If we're being honest. So So it's going to see what it does. Because it did a nice fat retracement like I wanted. GN is pushing. So this next candlestick is going to be very important for all the trades I just called out, the trades I'm looking at, as well as trades we're currently in. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find any others. Yeah, this is literally all I do. I just have the zones marked. Now the zones are already marked up because I only have to really adjust them like once a week, maybe twice a week if there's like huge moves going on. But for the most parts, the levels and stuff stay the same. I just adjust them when needed. So all I really have to do is, well, usually I have all these tabs open, but I guess because I'm streaming, it's kind of affecting it, making it act up a little bit. But usually I'll have all these tabs up. So it's pushing down even further. It's going back to my initial entry that I wanted it to be at, which is interesting. It's reacting off of this hard. Hit this level and then reject it. But it broke past these previous lows and these previous highs. So I still want to believe that it is going to continue to the upside because it's the 4-hour time frame. It's slowly just been going up. This the highest it's gone. Then we have this candlestick. And hit this shot up. So this could be. So we see this obvious downtrend here. Then it shot up, broke past these lows, then trickled back down here. Now we're right here. So I want to see if it's going to go like this or it's going to continue down. So we're in an interesting spot. Because after it hit that level, it literally retraced all the way back down. So that's why I didn't want to enter there. Because we could have very much be in all this drawdown. You saw I did the math real quick. I saw where price was currently at. Then I went back down to the entry. And it was like, that's like 30 pips of extra drawdown that we just avoided because we didn't chase a trade. And that's the pros of not chasing a trade. Now we're not 30 pips down in drawdown. And we're not canceling out the other trades that we're in profit on because we're being greedy. And that's just literally me making that mistake before and just learning from my mistakes, because the old me would have definitely entered the trade here and I'd be freaking out and getting frustrated because I'm an X amount of drawdown. But now price is literally at the entry I wanted it to be at. So now I'm going to watch and wait for confirmations that it's going to push back up from here. So that's what I want to see. We already see it's kind of rejecting this level, which is good, but it's not good enough for me yet. I want price to literally show me what it wants to do. I know what I mentally want to see it do, but now I'm waiting for price to literally show me that it's going to either do what I want it to do or it's not. So that's what I'm waiting on right now. GBPJPY pushing back down. GBP New Zealand's doing its thing. I want to see it because, again, just like I said, this is the area that it's going to struggle to break right now. But once it breaks that, once we get right here or something like that, I might close. Or once we get right here, I might close. But you can see it's literally trying to continue to push back down, which is a good sign for us. And then we have GBP CAD pushing back down also. This one I just call out to the members, like trades that are before London session, like before 3 o'clock. I'll call out for them first. Obviously, they get exclusive trades as well, separate from the free signal room. And this is just one of them. So we're currently pushing. It's doing its thing. Let's see what's going to hit the first TP, though, because the first TP is 51.30. We're almost there. 51.30 would be like right here. So we're almost there. But let's keep on Euro CHF. So the next 15-minute candle is going to be very important for Euro CHF. The 5-minute showing us that wants to push back up. But obviously the 15-minute candle is a little bit more, what's the word? Definite. It'll like make it more certain that wants to continue to the upside. But the 5-minute is still good confirmation. So I could enter right here. I could call that signal and enter because it is where I'd like to enter at regardless. So I could enter right here. I might call it out. I might call it out. Speaking of which, US30 is still dipping. NAS is literally about to hit the bottom of the zone. GN is doing a retracement from that level. We're still in profit though. Not going to let my screen turn red, but I'm not going to close just yet. I'm going to see what price is going to do. Price is still showing me that it wants to try to go down still. So if it's still showing me it's trying to go down, I'm not going to close yet. But if it's showing me like it's trying to push back up, then I'm going to secure my profits. But price is pushing on both of those. There's CHF. It's pushing all the way down. Yeah, so let this be an example of why you don't chase trades and you wait for price to come to you. Because like I always tell the members, like I was saying in the Zoom call yesterday, price is always going to retrace. Price is never just going to keep pushing. It's always going to retrace. So you just got to simply wait for price to do what you know it's going to do. And then take advantage of it. Because that's all trading is. We're opportunists, okay? We don't make opportunities. We find opportunities. Man, I missed this gold trade. I just look at it and it just kills me every time. But this is a good sign. Showing it's retracing again. Showing it doesn't want to go past this level. Now the next 15-minute candlestick's a green one and is shooting back up. I'm most likely going to enter. Yeah, especially on Fridays though. I don't again, I just look for opportunities and we're up for the week plenty. We've literally lost maybe like 2 or 3 trades this week and we won the rest. So there's literally no point in me trying to force things, jump into things. I'm not trigger happy. I'm just literally waiting to see if I see something I like. If I see something I like, I'm going to jump on it. If I don't see something I like, I'm just going to leave it alone and just keep watching. Because that's what mainly trading is. You get the strategy down. And now, after you get the strategy down, it's about knowing when and when not to execute. That's the next thing. So you got to know when to enter a trade and when not to enter a trade. And when you can control yourself and identify good quality entries and entries you missed, you're going to save yourself a lot of money. A lot of time and a lot of stress. Yeah, so Euro Cash flipped the script on us yesterday. I was thinking it was going to go for sales and just shot up. Well, it didn't shoot up because he has struggled for hours. But after it broke past the SL, literally stacked on that level of price and just continued to the upside. US30 still pushing. Silver pushing again. All right, so I like how Euro New Zealand's looking. I like how Euro New Zealand's looking. Let's see here. Yeah, I might call this one out. I want to wait for the next candlestick though. See what it's going to do. Man, I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi. I was not doing this yesterday, but let's see what it does. So we go on the daily time frame. Let's see. Yeah, GM's retracing up a little. Eurocast still trying to push. So I'm not gonna let GM go too far. If it breaks past here, depending on not even here, we'll see. It depends on the candlestick. If it's the single 15 is like about to break past here, I might close and just secure my profits. But we're gonna see what the next candlestick brings. New Zealand. Yeah, I like how this looks, so I definitely might. Just got 3 minutes to see what the next candlestick does. I could enter right now. Yeah, I'm about to enter this. So TP1 is going to be. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm in this one for sure. NAS at the bottom of the zone. US30 almost there. Silver doing this thing. Euro USD is pushing. I'll bring it down to here. All these lows are at. That's what about Euro New Zealand. GBPJPY still trying to push. GN's doing a retracement. It could very much retrace and shoot back down later into the session. But don't ride that roller coaster is the real question. It's on 67.50. So Euro New Zealand is pushing up. GN is also pushing up. Don't like. But Euro New Zealand is pushing. So it's only natural that GN is pushing. But if GN breaks past this, I'm just going to close the trade and be happy with the profits. New Zealand's pushing good. Literally missed TP1 by like half a pip. So I'm going to see if it's going to continue to do its thing. Euro CHF is doing what I wanted it to do as well. So I'm going to go ahead. Call this one too. Yeah, so this is good for Euro New Zealand, but it's annoying for TP1 got hit. Go ahead and notify that. Yeah, but the GBP pairs are retracing up right now. Makes sense for the Euro New Zealand one because obviously these are both GBP and Euro are very similar. They're both New Zealand pairs, so it makes sense why they're both going up. I want to see it keep pushing. So while we're holding these trades, we're looking for more opportunities. But yeah, if it breaks past this level, definitely this level, I'm just going to Well, let me not say close past. If it closes at this level and the next candle's pushing past it, then just gonna close. But I want to see it goes on the own, and I'm pretty sure I can't do it unless it's just a huge push up or something like that. CHS playing around. But we're going to see what it's going to do in the long run. Because it did a huge retracement. Did a huge one. But looking at the past few hours, it's showing that it wants to stay on the zone. So we're going to see what it does. But on the daily, kind of in a tricky situation. Could very much still be in a downtrend, or this could be slight beginning of an uptrend. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what it does. When this, while you're in New Zealand, still pushing, it's pushing down. What link are you talking about? I couldn't log in from what link? Yeah, tell me what link you're talking about, so I can try to help you out. But I send out a lot of links and I drop a lot of links, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about. New Zealand's pushing. Rejecting that. So that's good. If you couldn't log in, it was most likely what time did you try to jump in? Because other people were able to get into it. So unless you joined after the Zoom call was over, that's most likely what happened. Because we had plenty of people in the Zoom call last night. So I'm not sure what it was. So that's most likely what happened. You probably joined afterwards because the Zoom calls are only an hour. So we have 3 of them a week, an hour each. So if you joined after the Zoom call was over, that's most likely why the link wasn't working. So we got this pushing. New Zealand. Just trying. CHF. Let's see what your CHF does. 850. So you said 850. So I'm assuming you're talking about at least my time. That's 950. So yeah, the Zoom call was wrapping up right then. So that's most likely why it wasn't working. But you're in the stream right now. So if you have any questions, you can ask me questions now. Or since you said that you're a member, you can hit me up either on Telegram or Instagram. We have the group chat you take advantage of. But yeah. And then also, like I said, there's the recorded Zoom calls that I have in the chat. I have about like 5 or 6 separate recorded Zoom calls, not even including the free Zoom call that's in the free Telegram channel. But yeah, the next one's going to be on Sunday. Okay, yeah, so GN still pushing. Ooh, GCAD's pushing too. Let me see if we're at the TP though. Do I want to count that? I mean, we're traced now, so it doesn't really matter. It barely missed the first TP though. But these wicks are a good sign. These wicks are showing that it's going up here, but it's also showing it's rejecting off of it. So it could just be just some volumes high. Showing is a sign to show it can potentially, keyword potentially, keep. So that's a good sign to see. Your CHS pushing. And then what was the first TP for your CHF? Your CHF 25. So we're going to see if that's going to continue to do its thing. Now let me put all these other pairs up. Let's see if there's anything else we can be looking for. Your JPY. No. XAG. J30. Yeah, so J30 shoes that's coming out at 10 a.m. has anything to say with it. I see them still just pushing for the day. So if anything, I'm just going to maintain my trades I'm holding. Or see potentially another time to enter, that'd be cool. What I'd like to see is SPX come back to fill this gap in so we can get an entry on that. That's what I'd like to see. Now, will it do it's another, that's another thing. But that's what I'd like to see happen. Yeah, you're saying the link, but you're saying 850. I didn't send the link out at 850. I sent a link out literally. So unless you're an hour behind me, I sent the link out literally at 9 o'clock. So if you're saying 850, I'm assuming you're saying 950, and that's around the time the Zoom call ended. So if you joined at that time, that's most likely why the link wasn't working. Because like I said before, plenty of people was able to join. So when you click the link, that was most likely when I ended it. Yeah, so everything's just dumping right now, which is good for us. Except for the ones that we're going to buy for. Your CHS dumping down. Your New Zealand, it's attempting to push back up. So let's see what that's doing. Ooh, GBPJPY just dropped. So y'all in the stream, you got in this one, you should be up right now. But this is one I call strictly for the members. 50.92. And then what was the TPs for this? Hold on, GBPJPY 50.95. Which is crazy. It literally just shot through all the TPs. Move us out in profit or close. Yeah, so those that were in the live at the beginning, this is the first trade I entered. That thing just shot down. And with that shooting down, GN is shooting down as well again. And like I said, if it was to break past this level, close above these two levels, that's when I would close the trade. But it did not do that. It touched the level, but it rejected back down. Okay, as you can see. And like I said before, those wicks, these wicks right here was a good sign that it was most likely going to push down. And what do we see? Literally 2 minutes into the next 15-minute candlestick, we see price dump, which is a good sign. Now for Euro New Zealand, that is why it's struggling a little bit, because GBP New Zealand is the second pair, so we hit sell, meaning we expect the New Zealand to be stronger than the GBP. So in this one, Euro New Zealand, we hit buy, so we're expecting the euro to be stronger than the New Zealand dollar. But we see New Zealand is dumping right here, and that's why Euro New Zealand here is struggling a little bit. But I'm still holding this trade because right now the New Zealand can be strong, and then later into the session it can get weaker and make the other pairs continue to go the way we're going, because all these pairs are different. They might correlate similarly in similar ways, but for the most part, they all have their different characteristics. But we're making some money this morning. That's what I can say. That thing is dumping. We're literally not even an hour into London session, and we're already up like over 40 pips on just the pairs I called this morning. Well, let me not say that, because I'm including GN as well, which we're doing good. Yeah, but we're starting the morning off to a good start, y'all. If y'all watching the stream, make sure to hit that like button. I know you're new to the membership, but literally read everything I say very carefully, speaker, because everything I say, I'm very careful with my words. I'm very careful with my spelling. And if you go into the free signal room, when I say I'm about to be trading London into New York session, I put the time. I put EST. So I'm on Eastern Standard Time. And you can look right here. It's 3:49 a.m. So, just see what time it is for you, and then see how many hours ahead or behind you are. But I'm on Eastern Standard Time. It is 3:49 a.m. and we are making some money while people are asleep. And then I can go to sleep while everybody's up working, trying to make some money. You feel me? But yeah, it's just a red dump fest. Everything's dumping. Just craziness. Good for us though, except for here, because again, you see Euro struggling right now. With that, Euro CHF decided to dump back down on us. Unfortunate, but that's not going to cancel. Well, it's going to get canceled out by these two wins right here. So I'm not really worried about that. Trading is a numbers game. And even if the SL gets hit, we're still up for the day from the trades called yesterday and even the trades called this morning. So I'm not really worried about that too much. Yeah, those things are dumping. Let me see if New Zealand CAD is doing the same thing. Whoops, if I can type. I did it again. All right. Sheesh. Yeah. Well, I could enter that if I wanted to because that's been in the middle of the zone just chilling. So while these things are doing their thing, I want to keep an eye on them. But I also want to look for more potential opportunities. There's a bunch of pairs, and we're still early. This one couldn't enter if I wanted to. So silver's push underneath the zone. Could have entered gold again right here, but that's fine. I'm most likely going to leave gold alone. Silver is pushing underneath this level of price. So silver's just going crazy. So right now, we're almost at a 1 to 3 risk to reward, which is insane. GBP New Zealand, we're almost at a 1 to 3 risk reward. GBP CAD, we entered like right here. So this was like a 1 to 1, almost 1 to 2. I think we entered like right here or something like that. Might have been right here. So this one was a kind of a 1 to 1, but if we would have entered right at the top of the zone, would have been 1 to 2, 1 to 3. But still ended up going in our favor. So it is what it is. GB CAD is at the bottom of the zone. Let me let the members know. And it's already retracing back up. Still early into London session though. The retrace is harsh, so I'm just going to close my profits, but I want to really see how it reacts when it hits the bottom of the zone if it's going to continue to push in. Because again, we're just an hour into London session. So price is not done moving for the day. That's for sure. But if it retraces far up, I'm not going to ride that roller coaster. You feel me? I'll just look for another opportunity to enter. I'm not going to just ride that wave. That's one thing I'm not going to do. Yeah, the New Zealand, it's just very strong right now. It's causing our other pair to shoot down as well. But it hasn't hit SL yet, so it's fine. The US30 is dumping. Missed the juror 30 opportunity, but this happened before London session. And we can see that from this candlestick here. So you've just been dumping for an hour. And I have rules. I don't like to enter trades, especially in Asian session. I'd rather just wait. Because again, if there's opportunities literally. If the market is open, there's opportunity. And I'm gonna be on the charts all day if I'm literally trying to not miss any opportunities. So you just gotta accept that you're gonna miss some opportunities and focus on the opportunities that you haven't missed, the potential moves that are available to you at this time. That's all you gotta do. And get your lot size right, get your discipline in place, and you're gonna see success in trading. I appreciate that, Thugman. Yeah, GBCAD went crazy. And this is how it can go too, because like with the strategy, depending on your account size, this and the third, you can be done trading in 2 hours, 3 hours. And that's not even scalping. That's still catching 40 plus pips. You know what I'm saying? And you can be done for the day. Or, you can trade literally London and New York session, which is like 8 hours, work an 8 hour day, get like 5-6 trades in, and, do what we do on a daily basis, which is catch like 15,000 plus pips daily on average. You know what I'm saying? So it's really up to you. That's why I mean, like, it's really up to you how much you make. Like I said in the Zoom call last night, trading, the beautiful thing about trading is everything's 100% on you. Whether you lose money's on you, whether you make money's on you, because you're in control of everything. So that's why it's so important to have not just the strategy down, but the discipline, the correct mindset. Because without those, you will struggle to see success in Forex. You can't just have a good strategy. Because having a good strategy is one thing, but if you don't have the discipline to execute, the discipline to know when to execute, and the discipline to know when not to execute trades, doesn't matter how good your strategy is. You know what I'm saying? Bad habits are bad habits. Being greedy is being greedy. Over leveraging is over leveraging. You get what I'm saying? So strategy is important, but it's not the most important thing. Mindset, discipline, and basic math are the most important things when it comes to trading. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'm just chilling right now. I'm gonna look at some other pairs to see if there's any other opportunities, but most of them, like I said, they're either in the middle of doing a move that they started a day or two ago, or they're just not where I like to see them at. It's a lot of things right now. But again, we're just an hour into London. I'm pretty sure there's more opportunities to show. And this is a trade I called 2 days ago. It hit all the TPs yesterday. And now it's just playing in this level. So I'm going to keep an eye on this to see if there's any other chances to possibly enter to catch some pips. GBPJPY, I'm going to leave alone unless it retraces back up. Euro USD. I completely missed the entry because we look at the time right here, it's 58. So if I would have entered literally 30 minutes ago, we'd be up hella. But I missed that trade because I was looking at the other trades we're in, which is fine. But that's just an example to show you literally that there are opportunities left and right. And that's what I mean by don't get so hung up on an opportunity that you missed. Like before, what was it? Was it Euro CHF? It was Euro CHF. We missed the initial buy where we could have been up in profit. So all I did was I'm gonna wait for it to retrace. That's what I said, and that's exactly what I did. I waited for price to retrace, and what did we do while price was retracing? We found an opportunity here, made some money here. Then on GB New Zealand, we made some more money, but it's retracing pretty harshly right now. So I want to see what this next candlestick does, the next 5 minute and the next 15 minute, to decide, because it almost hit the bottom of the zone, to decide if I'm going to close the trade, if I'm going to keep holding. Because that is a pretty harsh retracement. And I don't want to wait. I don't want too much of my money to go away. So I'm going to see what the next candlestick in 1 minute does and determine whether I'm close or hold the trade based off of that. I also need to look for other opportunities. The new candlestick just came out. Let's see. This is looking like a potentially good setup. I missed the initial entry, but I do like how this looks. I do like how this looks. I do like how this looks. Will I enter? I do like how this looks. I ain't gonna lie to you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna simply look at these pairs real quick. Don't like how it's retracing. That's one thing I don't like, is to see price retrace like that. But I do like how this looks. So I might enter this. Because underneath this lower price right here, it already did the slight retest on this level, push down, did the retest here. Now it's pushing down. Yeah, go push back down. Why? It's completely filled this up. Already did the retracements on it. As we can see right here. Daily. Let's pass this level. Shot down from here. I'm gonna just keep an eye on that. Whoops, my bad, y'all. If I just killed your eardrums, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Boy, I'm really keeping an eye on is these pairs right here, because I don't like the retracing, but experience tells me to wait. Don't just freak out because it is retracing. I'm gonna see if it's going to push back down. But if I see signs that it wants to continue to push up, I'm going to close and collect my money. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Man, I missed this trade right here. We'd be up hella right now if I got into that, but it is fine. Real New Zealand still struggling. Real Serious Jobs in the red. Dude. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. That's retracing a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep an eye on this, but I'm going to pull up my other charts to see what else is going on. That's what we're about to do. This. Yeah, so those are pushing. So we're still up. US oil going crazy. Yeah, so that thing just dumped. So now I need to wait till New York. So most likely for the rest of these pairs, it's going to be probably 6 a.m. or New York session where the next opportunity will arise. Because we got the pairs that Do the thing right now.